sometimes there are nuances that aren't said on the show, and that we have to say it. Yeah. But we got to say it for 30 minutes longer than the show said it.
Yeah. Sometimes the show's just real quick on it, and we gotta
stretch it out. Yeah. Why not?
What do you think about the new formats for the clips? Because I've been working on different stuff.
Yeah, I like that a lot. The just kind of from the you're talking about the Instagram clips and stuff, little audio
to figure out
and stuff
where we can at least post more frequently. And
I like that a lot.
Cut us up more.
I like that a lot. Just kind of real quick little snippets.
Yeah.
You just take the highlights. Because I did the same thing for, and I'm trying to do that with the TikTok. The thing is, it's so much more. I don't know what it is. I think I need to update my phone because every time I try to upload something, it's just the TikToks doesn't want to work with me. As an old man. Someone get TikTok on the phone. I need them to come over here and look at
how do you wind this TikTok?
I'm trying to set my TikTok machine. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
And you know what? They're trying to take it from me anyway, so
yeah.
I get it. You don't want the government looking at your photos. You know what? That's
my fake dance clips.
Yeah. your personal saved dance clips where you're reenacting
the latest
Alba's
dance
honey dance. Yeah. Don't do any of that stuff on your phone. Then you'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Yeah.
What are you, a spy? What are you, an assassin? You're come. I don't need the government looking in on my. What do you got on your phone? Just stop it. Stop. Stop being so dark web about everything. Matt. That's funny that you caught us at the very beginning. Oh wait, we're talking about the other one, and I thought about it. I was like, I'm gonna get these two animes mixed up. I'm gonna get them mixed up.
Started thinking about it because I was thinking about the other scene of where it went back to her as a kid in the classroom.
Yeah.
So it's she was playing the thing. I was like, I was like, wait a minute. No.
That's the other one. That's the other one. That's the other one. Yes, it is. Oh man. Let's see here. So you didn't stay up. You didn't stay up until midnight to listen to Taylor Swift, bro.
I was up till 1, but dude,
it's crazy, dude. She dropped 2 albums, and I'm like, she could probably drop an album where it was just white noise, just
she's got to, man. She's got to she has to pre-drop multiple albums before the NFL season starts now.
Oh yeah.
As soon as the season starts, she can't be dropping albums like she used to. Man.
That's probably what it is.
She's got to be at that Super Bowl every year.
Oh man, that's right. She's working it into the schedule. She goes, oh well, I've got a. She's looking at the Kansas City Chiefs schedule.
She's like, how many home games do y'all got? Okay.
I can't be doing this whole Japan, concert to Super Bowl concert. That's just
crazy.
Not gonna happen.
She has to pre-map her tour dates of where all the away games are gonna be.
No, no. She's gonna just make the Kansas City Chiefs change their schedule. Actually, probably they're like, oh, we can't. Taylor Swift is playing this day, guys. We gotta change the football schedule. We always play on Sunday and Monday.
We always play on Sunday.
Nah,
we gotta play on Wednesday.
You're playing on Tuesday. There ain't nothing going on that day.
Anyway. Hey, that's how you get more ratings. Tuesday night games, man.
Tuesday night football. It doesn't roll off the tongue as good as.
Dude, I don't know why they won't do it on Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights is nobody's got nothing going. It's a dead night. Dude,
yeah.
Tuesday nights would kill it.
Oh my gosh, I'm ready for a Tuesday night football game.
I need it, man.
I need it. I
need something to do on Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm a right old Roger Goodell strongly worded letter about. Hey man, what are you doing Tuesday?
What do you do Tuesday? What do you do Tuesdays? What are your Tuesdays like?
What is your Tuesday
exactly
like? Nothing. Foosball.
Get on it.
Foosball. Put it up there. Put it on the list.
Right. Bocchi the Rock.
Oh, let me get some water here.
Get some water.
Wait, how'd you say her name? Bocchi?
Bocchi?
Mm-hmm. That'll do.
All right. In 3,
2,
and 1. everybody, it's me, Jojo, back here again with my co-host Sal on Anime Pod, and we are here to continue our lore of music and our love for it.
I tell you, Joe Angel, if we decide to, start a band, we're gonna have to get on that counting in a little bit better than that,
Counting in better.
You know,
Yeah.
three,
Gotta
two,
be on the click.
one.
We gotta stay on the click.
Stay on the click like one,
Stay on the
two,
click.
three.
Two,
Is
three,
it a four
four.
count? Like
It's more.
it doesn't help that we can't see each other and we're also out of sync, bro.
Yeah.
Doesn't bode well
Gotta
for
feel
the
it. You
band.
gotta feel it out. It's when the batteries die and all the inner packs, so you gotta fill it out.
Yeah, just like be the music, be it.
Be
Just
the
like
music.
you can be terrible, but like as long as you feel like you're doing good.
Yeah. As long as you look like you're not the one messing up,
Yeah,
people
don't.
won't look at you.
Oh, dude, that's the rule. It's just like if you hit a wrong
Yeah.
note, just make everybody believe that it was somebody else.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh
You
yeah,
just look at somebody and just give them a look.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Everybody in the audience is like, that guy's
yeah,
too confident.
that
There's
guy's
no
too
way.
confident. Where's he looking? He's looking at that guy. Oh, that guy must have messed up.
Look at his face.
Yeah.
He's Mr. No Confidence. That's exactly how you do it.
Speaking of confidence, man, the anime we watch is all about it.
It really is. It really is. And I feel like this is I mean, we go through the themes and we see things kind of, dealing with some of the same kind of issues. And we're back on it. We'll talk about it later, but we're back on some of these other, vibes.
Hmm.
Vibes, the vibe check.
And what vibes are we checking? Bocchi the Rock.
Bocchi the Rock. Let me give us a synopsis.
Go for it.
Okay, is it Bocchi or is it Hitori? Hitori's her first name, isn't it?
Hitori's first. Yeah.
Okay, but they call her Bocchi.
Yeah, nickname. Bocchi.
And we'll talk about that. Introverted Bocchi talks up. Wait, I'm sorry. This is. Let's do the sound clip, Joe and Joe. Salvador tries to read his handwriting. That's no good. All right. Introverted Bocchi takes up guitar in hopes of making friends, but her social anxiety is not so easily conquered. Period. I mean, there's probably more to that, but I didn't feel like writing all of it down. She is stricken with anxiety. And I feel like you and I have had like this conversation about like some of these characters and some of these shows who just like they're introverted, their social anxiety gets the better of them. And we've even talked about like even lately with all these kids with the advent of COVID or recent events of COVID and and kids kind of move into like more
everybody's kind of like become
social
more
media, internet,
like enclosed,
separated
inside.
Yeah. And so like they just don't have these social skills that were kind of more forced upon, people of my generation, where you just like you had to see people face to face, you have to like talk to them.
The only way you could figure out where everybody was is you had to go outside, ride your bike, and figure out where all the bikes were.
It really
That's
is.
how you do.
Yeah, and you didn't tag somebody online, you tagged somebody in real life. We were playing freeze tag. It was legit. Tag. There's some kids out there that are still it. Okay, you've been tagged. Yeah. You're still it. Think about that.
Well, I may have been the premise for that movie. What was
Never watched it. I don't remember that. It was called. It's not called It. That's a totally different movie.
Totally different one. Though. You don't want to be it in that movie.
You don't know. You don't want that. If you're it, you're dead.
You're dead, son.
You know what? Let's talk about this movie. Let's talk about this show.
So it's a show.
I love that the show starts off with it didn't start off immediately, but they always do like the little the very first clip. But like I want to talk about the theme music. This is the first time again, or this is the second time that I've listened to the theme and read the lyrics, and I'm like on the nose. This is like exactly what she's going through is the theme song. And by the way, the theme song kills. It's awesome. It's like
awesome, dog.
What is it like? Sum 41 punk rock.
This theme song is not like.
It is. Yeah, it's not. Oh, it's not. It's rock.
It's not like.
She's all. The song is like. I'm shy and I need to hide in my hoodie and I'm a girl but I want to be in a band, and I'm like, This is the show. We just watched it. You don't even have to watch the show. Just watch this song.
You know what they could have done
What's that?
in place of that theme song that would have worked?
What's that?
That Nickelback song where he goes, "We all want to be big rock stars." Do you remember that song?
The only song I know about Nickelback is the one about the photograph thing. That's all I can think. Look at this photograph.
Graph.
That's it. Yeah. Look at this graph. You know,
Look
like
at
that's
this
the.
graph.
That's all I know. That one and something about a hero saving us.
Yeah,
The
that one was
only
that one was on. I think it was Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man
It was
2,
the
I
Tobey
think.
Maguire one.
Go back and listen to those lyrics. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense, guys.
Okay, all right, we're getting off subject again. He
Like,
says something about like, if they say that a hero is gonna save us, I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I'm like, no, but you should stand there and wait because the hero is gonna save you. What are you talking about, Nickelback? Oh my gosh!
Oh,
But how does this show start? Actually, now that I think about it, is this the
starts,
flashback?
this is the flashback, the like real kind of like grade dark kind of like we see Bocchi
she's like
as a kid who's just by herself. Like everybody's
hanging
like
out with her best friend's a teacher.
Yeah, her best friend's the teacher. She's like the teacher's pet.
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
because all the kids run out to play together, she's just there. And then the teacher comes over, like, "Oh, hey, I'll hang out with you." They're eating lunch together. They're talking about marriage problems together. They're having a glass of wine together.
yeah. Not the greatest look. You know,
Not the greatest. You don't want to be that.
You don't want to be best friends with the teacher. You get, teacher's pet. You don't get made fun of.
That's how you get made fun of back in the day.
I mean, it's fine. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But other kids aren't going to think it's cool.
Yeah.
And it's a real shame.
It's a real shame, guys.
Though she
because teachers need friends too.
I know, right? And teachers are cool. They're like real people. They got like, they have life experiences.
They're buying us pizza for our pizza parties.
Oh, hey, bro. They're like putting little dinosaurs in plaster and giving you a little plastic spoon and you got to dig it out like a little archaeologist experiment.
Oh, brah. Dude, all that great stuff. My teacher read us Harry Potter when I was in elementary school.
Did she do the voices?
She did the voices. That was a cool teacher, man.
And hey, teachers, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? We're in school. We're in school in Bocchi the Rock. Of course, Bocchi. Of course, we're gonna be in school, and of course, she's gonna have pink hair. Gotta have pink hair.
We gotta be in school. You gotta have pink hair.
I love how they. Once again, I do love the way this is drawn. I mean, it looks really like smooth and like very, very much attention to detail. She's sitting there in her living room watching. What is she? She's watching something, and her dad comes in, and he like turns the channel, and there's
which, by the way that dad's kind of drawn. I got first before she says that, it just looks like her brother because he looks way too young for how old she is.
Yeah, she's like I don't know, 25.
Yeah,
and he's like 18.
Yeah,
I was like, and she sees like some musician. She sees like what's that K-pop band, the big one right now? One Direction.
One Direction.
She sees One Direction on TV, and she's like, and the guy's kind of like saying like, yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of friends in high school. I was kind of, a loner or a nerd or something like that. And I'm like, and she's like, wait a second, that's me. I'm a loner. And I'm shy. And so she's like, hey, Dad, can I borrow your guitar? I'm going to learn guitar. And she sits in this room. And that's where we start, where she's like, I need to learn guitar. And she spends 3 years becoming the greatest guitarist.
Self-taught, guys. 3 years.
Oh, my gosh. I've been playing guitar for an embarrassingly long time. And I'm probably as good as I was when I first started. And I've been playing, too. Like, I haven't, like, oh, yeah, like I played... And I stopped playing, and I know I haven't stopped playing. I kept playing. I kept playing, and I just kept playing the same, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
It's so fun. I do like the little
just
joke.
As good.
I don't know if it's like a joke or a little sting, but she does it when she first gets the book, and she's all like EAD. Why is all this in English?
Oh yeah,
like it made me think about it. I was like, is all musical notes in English?
It had me thinking the same thing too. I was like, yeah, America made music. Of course we invented music. I'm like, no, wait, now I'm like I've lost my mind. Where does it all come from? Who discovered this?
Who did this?
By the way, is this available in dub?
It currently is not.
I knew it. I knew it.
They
I
said it
did
was coming this year. I just don't know when.
because they did that whole double subtitle thing again, where it's like up at the top, there's like so many
Yeah.
people talking in the background, or there's music going on in the background, and there's like subtitles up at the top, and what
Yeah.
they're saying at the same time, subtitles at the bottom. I'm like,
I can't keep
who?
bending my neck over, guys.
Yeah,
I got an inner thing. It's throwing me off.
yeah, I have easy motion sickness.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. I don't understand how anybody. I mean, I gotta try to watch this with somebody who's a stronger reader than I am, and maybe they could read it out loud, and I could just hear how
Yeah.
fast I'm
Just listen
supposed to
to
be
them.
reading.
Yeah.
I just need to know. I just need to know what the speed.
What
I
tempo
just
are
need.
we going at right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. That's what I need. What is that? 140 BPM? I mean, that's. I'm at probably like 80, maybe 75 BPM. I can't keep up with these subtitles. I just can't do it. Oh man. But I did write some stuff. These are the most sparse notes you've ever seen. So she becomes like an amazing guitarist and has like 30,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it is also killer. There's like it reminded me of this guy that I watch on YouTube, and you don't see his face at all. And he has been playing guitar on YouTube for I don't know 15, 10 years, something like that. And he's got like millions of followers, but no one's ever seen his face. But he also like talks to the camera, and
Yeah.
do you know who I'm talking about? I don't know if
Trying to
you're.
think.
Anyways, he's he's an amazing guitarist, and I'm like, does he do this to like just obscure his identity, or is he shy, or I don't know why he does it. But she's become amazing at guitar, and people are
Yeah.
loving her. But she's also like deathly afraid of people. She just
Yeah.
can't talk. But she's like wants
She
so
doesn't know
much
how
to
to
be like.
communicate.
She can't communicate.
I think we gotta get her. We gotta get her hanging out with Comey so Comey can help her come out of this stuff.
Or I don't. No, what's his name? Not Comey's friend.
Tadano. Yeah.
Tadano needs to like come over here and like teach her a thing or two about
Talking.
talking to folk. But you know what? She's got that, like she tries to put the guitar on her back and like dress like a rock and roller so that she can make friends. I was like, oh man, this takes me back to high school. Like I remember seeing kids with their guitars
Walking
and
around.
And so she's trying this thing. So she's like, well, if I carry this guitar, kind of somebody
Trying
will
to
try to make
invite.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's trying
yeah.
to invite that conversation, like, "Oh, hey, you play guitar?" Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, oh man, my heart is just like breaking for this girl, like really wanting to, put herself out there, but she's not really able to
Yeah.
without stuttering or
Yeah, and
freaking
it's
out.
just like, and like it's like it's not working either because nobody's like approaching her like, "Oh, hey, you play guitar," or it's
Yeah,
like they're not even paying her like any mind at the fact she has guitar.
yeah. And she was all like sold on it too, because she's like
Yeah,
walking up to school and she sees herself in a like a window, and she goes, oh my
yeah.
gosh, I'm a rock and roller. Let's do this.
This,
And
do this.
she's and she fails miserably
I do love the
until
following scene where she goes to the
Mhm.
park
Yes,
and she's just
yes.
sitting there, on the swing, as she sees a guy, like a business guy,
Hmm.
sitting there by himself, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, this is where losers and loners come to hang out. We hang out at parks." And then I don't know where his wife and his kid just come up to him, and she's
Yeah,
like,
they're like,
"Wait, he's got a family."
no, it's just you. And she's like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I assumed
I
that
assume.
you were a lonely loser, but
Yeah,
it's just me.
it's just me.
What is her name? Her friend, the girl that comes up to her while she's sitting on that swing set. Do you remember her name? She comes up and she's just like, oh, the guitar actually helps, because she's like, wait a second, you play guitar. Our guitar is just split. We need a guitarist for our band.
Yeah, her
And that,
name is Nijika Ichiji.
that's
So
not
Nijika.
easy.
It's
Vika.
like,
That is not easy. I'm trying to think of an easier name for us. Is it Blue Hair? Her name is Blue Hair. So Blue Hair.
no, this is yellow hair. Yellow hair. Blue hair comes
Oh,
later.
dang it. Blue Hair is later. Okay. Yellow
Yeah,
Hair is telling her. She's following along with her. And they have this
yeah,
funny, like, she's just kind of dragging her by the hand, like, let's go, like, I need you. And she's like, okay. She barely even says
Can we consider this
okay.
kidnapping?
A little bit, a little bit. But if you're kidnapped by somebody who's a peer, and
Yeah.
also you're the same age as they are, I don't know. But she wants to go though. That's the
Yeah.
thing. She's like, oh wait, this is kind of it. So
Yeah,
she's
this is
got to
why
just
that
kind
kind of
of
like,
go
yeah,
with it.
go.
Oh man. And then we end up meeting Blue Hair. They go down to
Yeah.
this reminds me of, like, once again, takes me back
Takes
where,
it back.
when my band used to, like, the band that I was in used to play like sketchy places. Like
The sketchy shows, the
it's got to be
sketchy,
sketchy.
yeah,
Those are like
gotta
the
be.
best shows. And so they go down into this basement and it's like, dark and scary and gloomy. I'm like, yeah, that's where music happens, bro.
Yeah,
It have
that's
it
where
have
you gotta go. That's where you have to
you
start. You have to start.
you
If you're
got
gonna
to
be in a
you,
band, you have to go to the basement show.
that's where One Direction started, man. They were
Gritty,
in their gritty,
gritty, gritty. No.
boys. Yeah, no, like you want to be in the back of a Denny's. You want to
Oh
be
yeah,
in an office. You want to be at a pizza buffet pizza place, and the TVs are on. Okay, that's where real music happens. Okay, real concerts.
real.
And she's like introducing her to the rest of the band, and she's just like, I don't even know if she says a word. Does she say anything?
She's so this whole time, all her everything she's saying is in her head
See, okay, that was what I
so
was kind of
far.
needing to
Yeah,
get to. Yeah, because there are some points in this show where she's like, there's things that are being said, and
yeah,
I'm like, and they have the subtitles, and you hear her voice, but
yeah.
then I'm like, I can't make the distinction if she's actually saying these things or if they're just this is just her
Yeah,
inner
like
monologue.
up until they get from the park till they get to the basement, she's like in her head, and then
It's
once
all
she
inner
like
monologue.
gets to the basement, it's like she's saying like it's the awkwardness comes out of her trying to speak out in public and to people, because that's when we meet like Blue Hair, whose name is Rio, and
Oh,
so
easy,
yeah,
easy. I can say that one.
easy, Rio, easy, super
Rio.
easy.
Okay.
And that's where we figure out like Rio's bass player, and
Hmm.
they needed guitars for the show they're playing tonight. And so they're just like talking to her, questioning her, like, "Hey, so are you
Are
good?"
you
She's
any
like,
good?
"Yeah." She's like, "I'm kind of good," trying to like do the whole kind of
Undersell it.
undersell it
Hmm.
thing. And so they go into the rehearsal room, and she gives her the music and stuff like that, and they're about to practice, and immediately
She
after
starts. Yeah.
reversal from K-On, she's the one they say sucks.
Yeah. They're like, um, hmm,
They're
you
like,
suck.
"You
like,
suck."
like they were so blatant
Immediately
about it
shut her
too.
down.
She melts
Yeah.
down into a little like ball, and
Yeah.
she's like, all right, I guess I'll just she was they did that whole what's that samurai like self-sacrifice thing where they
Oh yeah, the
she's like, I'm gonna they flash to her like, I'm gonna take my guitar and stab myself with
it's
it. It just, like, because I don't deserve to play guitar because I'm terrible. But they were like, she's just so used to playing by herself
yeah. She's used to like
that
do covers, and even before like she starts in her monologue. She's like, "All right, this is gonna be cool." She's like, "I got all these subscribers." She's like, "This is gonna be
she's
great,"
talking
and
herself
then
up. Yeah,
yeah, and then immediately just you suck. What?
yeah,
But then
you're a
they
guy.
backtrack. They're like, "Oh wait, we didn't mean like in a bad way. It's just playing by yourself versus playing in a band is different.
Yeah, yeah, and
It's
she's
like
so
a
used to
different
being.
dynamic."
Hmm. And they have this great like little. Well, okay, before this, and she's
It's a
like,
little explanation. The little
yeah,
guitar.
she's just she's just really down about the whole thing, and
Yeah.
she sits inside a trash can. It looks like it's like a recycling bin, and she's just in there. But then they start going on about her like not being very good, but
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and like, you can do this.
Yeah.
And Yellow Hair starts talking about Guitar Hero, this person on YouTube that she watches, and she
Yeah.
has all these great songs. But then it sounded like Hitori
Yeah.
is like, oh, that's me. I'm actually Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
But she doesn't say that out loud, does she? Or does she just say that in her head?
I'm trying to
Does she? Because
remember.
do they know that she's Guitar Hero, or does she just kind of say like, "Hey, I am actually Guitar Hero. I'm actually pretty good at guitar. You just don't
Yeah.
know." And she stands up, and I'm like, I don't know if they know that she's Guitar Hero because I can't tell what's actually being said out loud and what's being said in her head. But they come up beyond that, they come up with a solution. They're like, what
Yeah.
if you just put on a cardboard box? You know, like
Yeah. You can
like she
use
gives
this
her
instead of the trash
blue
can.
hair gives her the box and goes, just wear this box and play guitar for us.
Yeah.
And that's how they play the show. Now,
Yeah.
do they actually play the show this way, or is this just a joke? I think it's an actual thing, right? Like she actually plays the show in the guitar. I mean, in the box.
Yeah,
I
she ends up in the box playing the show.
Man, I would
Which
like
it
as
wouldn't
that.
be like the weirdest thing I've seen at a
Yeah, I
show.
would. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, you know what? I think I've probably been to a show
Yeah.
where somebody was doing something like that.
Yeah. Either the
And
front man,
she's
somebody was doing something. Yeah.
something weird. Oh, I've been to some weird
Something
shows,
weird.
guys. Some even like weirder. But I think they did pretty good, right? They played,
Yeah.
yeah, right? Like
They
they
did
did
pretty
pretty
all right.
good.
Yeah, yeah. They did pretty all right.
Yeah,
They did
yeah.
pretty good. I do like the fake out ending they did when she's lying on the ground and like it cuts to
Oh,
the
that's
credit.
I forgot it. I wrote that down. That is so funny because like after she like they tell her how bad she is, she's
Yeah.
like, "Ah, you suck. You should just not, you know."
Yeah,
And then
like
she
this
goes,
is
"Well,
the
I'm never
end.
gonna."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never gonna. She never picked up a guitar again.
Yeah.
And then the credits started rolling.
Yeah. They're like, wait, what are you doing?
You're like, no, 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 we're not gonna give up on this yet.
Yeah.
You can do this. It's gonna. So, I mean, it's the show is setting up for her to be like, you're. She even says it in the show, like after she's out of the box, the guitar, the show's over, and she's like ruined the box that she was in when she's playing guitar. Like it fell apart to pieces, and she's like,
Yeah.
you know what? No, I'm gonna try to like play in front of my peers. I want to like actually do this. Like I really want to be in a band. I really want to
Yeah.
like be a rock hero. You know, I want to be a guitar
Yeah.
hero for real, for real.
She like makes the proclamation of I want to be brave and say hi to my classmates at our next show. Like she's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I want to be able to overcome this anxiety that I got. And so they're
And
like,
then
all
and
right, cool. They're like, well, we got this other thing we're doing. And she's like, hold up, I'm done for the day.
actually,
She's like, my social
all
batteries run
this,
out. She's like, I'm done. I'm
yeah.
gone. And then
And she just like
Rio blue hair is
fades.
just like, oh yeah, I'm getting tired too. And yellow hair, she's just looking like, wait, what? She turns and looks, and Bocchi's gone. She turns and looks back to
Yeah.
blue hair. Blue hair is sleeping, standing up like a vampire.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I don't get the Kesoku band.
Kesoku band.
Like I think is that Japanese for zip tie or because
That's
they
what
make a
Bocchi
joke about it.
says. Yeah, she's like, isn't that Japanese for zip tie?
Like because
And
they're like a band, like it's
yeah, they're
a
tied. Yeah, they're
yeah,
tied
tied
together like a band.
together.
That's why at the end, yellow hair is just like, this isn't a kit. This isn't a zip tie because everybody just
Just
bounced.
fell
Like,
apart. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it just all fell apart.
And I guess I didn't get that one either. The fact that she called her Bochi, I was like, where did that nickname go? I want to look that up to what does that even mean, and why did she give her that nickname? Because they kind of explain it in there, but I'm like, there's something lost in translation here. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, she said like Hitoto Buchi, which is like they're like all alone. And she's like, we'll just call you Buchi. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess it's just like a thing of like a play on that she was telling her because she said she was a loner and everything and didn't really have friends. So it
yeah,
was
yeah,
more of
yeah.
like a play on that for her nickname.
Okay, okay,
'Cause it's how
dude.
Mexicans give each other nicknames. The one thing you do when you meet somebody's family, that's the nickname they're
Oh
gonna
yeah.
give you for that
You,
person.
you yeah, oh yeah. You do something wrong, you
Yeah,
do something dumb. If you are a certain way, if you're
yeah,
skinny, if you're
yeah,
big, that your nickname is whatever that is
yeah. Whatever
forever.
that is, forever.
You could become a lawyer and you're still that nickname,
Yeah.
you know? Oh, okay. Well, what else is there about this show? I mean, it's speaking my
So
love
good.
language, you
It
know?
is. I do like the end credits on this one. It's a little like chibi, kind of like
Oh yeah.
random doodle drawings type
I do like,
stuff
yeah, I
going
like
on.
the little like it felt really kind of throwback a little bit, like the kind of cartoony
Yeah.
little I don't know how to describe it. Kind of, you know, remember like movies before movies would start, they would have all like the little cartoon version of like I want to say
Oh,
they
the
do it on
little popcorn or the little like
oh no, I'm thinking like more
and
like a Christmas Vacation, you know how Christmas Vacation they had like
Oh
little
yeah,
cartoon scene,
yeah,
or on like Honey I Shrunk the Kids, they had like little cartoon versions of that. That's what this kind of
yeah,
reminded me of, the little outro for that. Which we didn't talk about the intro, but I love the intro too. Like, of course, they're gonna, I think she's like floating in a circle and she's flying and nothing to do with the show.
yeah. It's the whole anime thing where they're just kind of there doing stuff,
hmm The typical stuff, but then they show them
typical
like at
stuff.
concerts that they're playing, and
Yeah,
but then she's playing by herself, and it's very they really lead up to what's actually happening in the show or what's gonna
yeah,
happen in the show, but they don't give too much away.
yeah.
I really like that a lot. I need a dub of this show, but the only thing is, I'm wondering how. I really like, because she kind of sings a little bit. Like, I really love that at the very beginning, because she's kind of talking about
Yeah.
how she's gotten better at guitar, but she hasn't gotten better with like talking
Talking to
to
people.
people or being
Yeah.
out there. And she kind of like is playing this like little bitty like really soft guitar part, and it's on an electric guitar that's not plugged in, so you kind of hear this kind of
Yeah.
twangly little thing, but she's
Yeah.
also kind of singing, talking her feelings out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh dude, like it's not great, like in the it's not supposed to be like a
Something
song per
good.
se.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just kind of an emotional bearing of her heart a little bit, where she's
Yeah.
just kind of like saying slash speaking this thing. And I'm like, man, I could see why they probably don't have a dub yet for this, because it is gonna be quite the stretch. I wonder if she
Get
like
that
sings
feeling.
songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're gonna have to get somebody who can like kind of sing and act sing that together, like, to get that to like really pay off and do it well.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's got to be like not a lot of voice actors, or finding the right voice actor for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
for
yeah. All right. Do you got any facts for me?
I do. And as always, this started off with a manga.
As you do.
As you do, standard
hmm
procedure, guys. It was written and illustrated by Hamaji Aki, and it
hmm
came out and it was serialized in Hobonsha's Manga Time Kirara Max magazine, and it started in December of 2017, and it is still going on to this day.
Not bad.
Not bad,
Not bad.
guys. Still going, so
Holding strong
holding strong. But funny thing, there's already a spinoff.
already.
And the spinoff is called Bocchi the
Wait.
Rock
Scott Pilgrim versus the
versus the
world.
world.
All
Came
right,
out before
Bocchi
this.
the yeah,
This is
yeah, but no big deal. No big deal.
It'll be good. But the spinoff is called Bocchi the Rock Guiding Hirori Kuri no Fukazaki Nikki. And it's basically just taking a supporting character we're gonna meet in the show and making them the protagonists. So it's kind of like
A legit spin-off
a
of
legit spin-off. So it's like in the world, but of almost another character.
oh
So
cool.
it's kind of like how Soul Eater and Soul Eater Not was.
hmm
Soul Eater Not was in the world of Soul Eater kind of at the same time, but going following a different person. And that one started in February of this year. So that one's super, super recent.
The thing that gets me thinking about these like music slash like band mangas is how like I mean, if you're the creator of this and you're like, oh, this is the band and this is the kind of music, but like I guess you're just kind of filling in the blank of like what they would sound like,
Yeah.
like,
Like
because
how,
I'm
like being able to portray the type of music they would play or
yeah,
come up with.
because if they're gonna flesh it out later on,
Yeah,
I'm hoping, yeah, I mean, of course, the creator is going to be there and like, well, this is the kind of music that I'm thinking,
yeah.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's kind of an interesting part that you would fill in later on.
I mean, I want to say in the first issue of Scott Pilgrim, in the comic,
Mm-hmm.
he did
They
write the
have,
chords
okay, so they had the music
for like
notes or
one of their
something like,
songs. Yeah, like in the
yeah,
opening
yeah.
chapter, like it had like the chords and like you could follow through and actually play the chords
See,
for the
that,
song.
I kind of would hope that's what happens in this, or if there was anything like this where you're just kind of like, just so that you can get the feel of like,
Yeah,
oh, that's what I'm going to be listening to. Or, because if not, then you would be, I mean, I guess if you just said, "Oh yeah, we're like punk rock," or "We're like this
Yeah.
kind of music," or "They're playing music like this," and you go, "Okay, well, I can
Yeah,
fill
I
my
can kind
mind
of
in
get the
on that."
gist of it. Yeah, what it would
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
like. Yeah. Well, the anime itself came out in October of 2022 and ran all the way until December 2022. So we got 12 episodes
So it's
and
pretty
one
new.
season. Yeah. Yeah, the anime
So
is pretty recent, pretty new. The English dub, they said it's coming this year. I just haven't seen a date on it yet itself. And so, but like you said, it could be that thing where they're trying to probably find a voice actor that could portray the melodies, emotions of like her singing about herself, and also
hmm
finding,
hmm
maybe other voice actors that could probably sing the actual parts, when it comes to that.
Well, because they're gonna have to put a band together and actually go on tour to promote
Yeah.
this.
They
This is
got
what
to. They
Japan
got to make a
does.
band right now. They're going through every Denny's. They're at every Denny's right now trying to find the band.
Like, that band is no longer together. We'll take the lead singer from this band, from that Denny's.
Yeah. They're making
Don't
their
go to
own band.
Waffle House. That
Don't go to
Waffle
Waffle
House
House.
band.
Totally
You
different
might get
type of
punched.
music.
Uh-huh.
And so the ending and beginning songs are both by the Kosuku band. So it's the band itself in the show, kind of like K-On, where they had them doing the music for the show almost, but it's kind of different because the
hmm
actual instruments is done by different musicians. So it wasn't like K-On where they had the actual voice actors go learn instruments. They kind of had musicians come in and help with that part, but they had the voice actors do like the singing parts.
Okay, so they're actually singing in this. This
Yeah.
really good. Like the music is really good, but it's also very like the singing is good too. Like it's legit. Like I thought they were a legit band. If
Yeah, like I
you
said,
know,
they were that bad. Like
it's
for
pretty
the
good.
most part, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
And
really.
there is a like how K-On did. They do have an album of the music and stuff for it, and so they have it has a mixture of songs from the anime and some original songs that weren't in the anime on that album.
Do you think I can find that album on Spotify?
Maybe, probably. I'm trying to think. I
Hmm.
don't think Spotify is
I
regional.
mean, yeah,
I think
I
it's
don't.
pretty
I
open.
wonder. I mean, like, I think I'd like to look at that just to see, because, we mentioned a lot. We mentioned a lot of these songs, and maybe that'll be something I'll do is like go back through
Yeah.
here and find. I didn't tell you that I found I watched the anime all by myself. Can you believe that? Joy.
What
By myself, I
the
found it, and I'm like, I
by
think I'm gonna go ahead and
his self?
and it has this great like screamo emo rock intro, and I liked it
Yeah.
so much that I found them on Spotify, and every now and then I just throw it on and I do a kick punch dance to it,
Yeah.
just like
Picking up quarters.
yeah,
Real-
I'm doing it up, I'm doing it up. Yeah, picking up quarters. I'm like doing windmills. I'm doing windmills, and I'm doing the water sprinkler, the whole thing,
the
rock
whole
and
thing.
roll. So it would be maybe we as a anime podcast, we could put together a Spotify playlist for you
A
guys. That'd be
playlist.
kind of
Oh
cool,
yeah.
right? Let
That'd be
us know
cool.
if you want us to do that. Actually,
Yeah. Let
let
us
us
know
know
if
if
you
you want.
want that. Let us know what
Yeah, yeah,
songs
yeah,
you want on there.
yeah. Okay, go on.
There is a stage play of this.
Stage play. I
Stage play. Going
just.
back into the stage play days, guys.
I got. I mean, the more and more we talk about, I'm
You can
interested.
look it up.
I just got through watching Mean Girls the musical, like the not the movie, but the actual production. Yeah, it was amazing, dude. Like watching it in real life, and the songs and the whole like the way they brought to life the movie. Like I wouldn't, you watch the movie. I watched the movie
Yeah.
years ago, and I'm like, I don't think what this needs a
A
musical.
musical.
Like that, but you know what? They do it, and it's like, yes.
Like
So
it's the whole anime thing where they're just like nobody asked for it, but we're gonna do it.
we're giving it to you
Yeah.
anyways. Yeah, I mean, if Mean Girls can make sense on stage, I'm not gonna knock any of these other stage plays.
Yeah.
It'll work. It's
It'll
gotta
work.
work.
It does work. You can go find it on YouTube.
For real, I can see this
Yeah.
this on. Oh my gosh. Okay, then I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it right after this. Actually, I'm doing it right now. I'm not gonna pay attention to what you say, whatever you say next. I'll just put you on hold. You keep talking. I'm gonna watch the stage
Keep
play.
talking. But yeah, like it was. So the best titles called Live Stage Bocchi the Rock. Best title
Oh,
ever.
best title ever.
Best title
They don't
ever.
they don't spend their money and time on like titles, okay? We already have spent all our time on making the music
You
and
spent all the time on this other stuff. Just put the name of the anime and just put stage.
yeah,
That's all you
and
need.
maybe how much it cost. You
How
know,
much it costs? Yeah.
like yeah, like just $52.
Just send the link where they can buy the tickets. They'll get it. They'll come.
Yeah, yeah. Add.com to it. The end.
At.com be it. Yeah, so you can go and look up like the stage play of it. I've watched the clip of it. It was pretty good. Like
Hmm.
watching the actors. I think it's different actors for the
Hmm.
stage play, but they did a really good job as far as like playing the instruments, doing the singing. Like it's pretty good.
And they have like a full set behind them and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, is it
like a
like a
full. It's almost like a reminiscent of the basement.
okay?
So for
Okay.
like a whole main thing about this show, because it is like when it came out, it is kind of like a lot of similarities to K-On as far as a girl group who's in high school who are making a group.
Hmm.
But K-On focuses more on doing music in high school as their background settings. But Bocchi, the creator, wanted to differentiate it, and basically where we're at in the basement, which is called Starry, that's where like the main portion of this will take place. It's like they're at this like this is their venue that they play,
Their
like
hub. Yeah.
their hub where they play all
Okay.
their shows at almost. And so, which that place is actually based on a real life basement, and so it's actually based off a place called called Shelter, and it's in Shimokitazawa, Tokyo, in Japan. And it's a place that the creator went to when she was doing research for this manga because she wanted to do a band thing, but she didn't really have like any experience of actually being a part of the band or playing instruments.
Uh-huh.
But she like had friends that she knew were in bands and stuff, and she was like a music aficionado, but she had friends who were like more into like the indie scene and stuff in Japan. And so this was one of the places that she went to, and she liked it so much that she made it like she took how it looked and made it the setting for Bocchi.
I love that, dude. Like, I love, especially with as we've continued to watch and like review some of these animes, you understand and you start to like see that these places that they are, the settings and stuff, like they're like based on real life. Like these
Yeah,
places that these creators have been, or they're is part of the world, and it's actually like somewhere you can
yeah,
actually go. Like, oh, look at that building. That's actually
yeah,
this place in Japan, or this, those that landscape is actually, a real
yeah.
thing.
It's like,
And
have you ever seen the threads of like where it's people are holding like a still from an anime, but they're
hmm
the actual places based
yeah,
on?
that's yeah, I just saw that just recently.
Yeah,
It's like the actual like the anime is,
yeah,
based on real life
yeah.
places, like I love that. Like whenever we're traveling, we do any kind of like travel thing, you can see on Google Maps, somebody will like add a pin and go like, hey, this is the same school that was on Kindergarten Cop, or like Indiana Jones was right here,
It was right
like
here.
he's in that school. That's the school, like, dude, I
Vin
love
Diesel
that.
said, "Family, right here."
That's exactly it. He was like, family.
Family.
And I'm like, oh, dude, that was, I want to stand right there. Get a video of me saying
Saying
family right
family.
here. Exactly. Oh, dude, I mean, I love that kind of stuff, man. I'm like a nerd for that kind. I'll like seek out the actual the McDonald's from Coming to America.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go find that actual place, man. I want to see the real place like that. That's cool. That's real cool. It reminds me of CBGB. It's like in New York. It's like a famous, it was a famous like venue for all these like up and coming like rock bands that were like, underground and gritty.
Yeah.
Was it? Wait, New York? I could be wrong about that one. But like, yeah, you can find
Yeah.
these venues that are like famous for like, for where some of these guys came through, that all the greatest like gritty bands came through.
Yeah. They started here.
Yeah, started from the bottom.
Now we here.
Now I thought about that too. Like you just said that this had kind of an influence by K-On, and I kind of felt like it was almost in the same universe. I was like,
Yeah.
that girl is probably from K-On. Like, is this a spinoff? Like the one girl that was like super excited about starting a band. Here
Yeah.
she is again starting another band
Starting
and
another
trying to.
day.
Yeah, it has the same kind of, except for Bocchi she actually does know how to play guitar. She just is really shy.
Yeah.
And what's her name from K-On?
Yui.
Yui just doesn't know how to play guitar. So it's like a little opposite kind of, and it's interesting.
I will say, there is, like I said, there is a lot of similarities with K-On, but I kind of like the feeling of Bocchi more because it's
Hmm
like it's
It,
because it's more of like them trying to become feels like they're trying to be a band to make it versus K-On was just like, hey, we're in this to have fun,
yeah.
because it almost has like Bocchi has like that feel of a band trying to become like a major band, making it playing these type of shows, and it has like you'll meet other bands that are throughout the show too that play there and their aspirations and stuff. And I like the feel of that more because it shows like, all right, this is actually like this is like a music scene that is happening, has happened. It's like you
You know,
meet other bands that are
hmm
trying to make it as well.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man, it really that really takes me back, man. Like it was when we were trying to like when I was in a band and we were trying to like find shows to play and trying to find other shows and you become like friends with these other bands and you kind of like have contacts and you just like,
Yeah.
hey, you call up one band and you go, hey, we're playing a show, could you open for us? Or
Yeah.
like, hey, are y'all playing anywhere
Hey, do
nearby?
you
Oh,
need an
here, well.
opener? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And real like, back in this is MySpace era kind of stuff. So like it's real kind of handshake and a smile and we'll show up.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that they kind of nail down the like the musician who is like extremely talented but also doesn't have any social skills because
Yeah.
that's all she was. That's all she is. That's all
Yeah.
she does is like just practice, practice, practice. But then, whenever it comes time to play a show, you're just like, I don't
Uh,
I don't do this. Like I
yeah.
practice in my room, nobody hears me. And that's like a real thing. Like these guys that are like amazing at guitar or amazing, they're like not the most sociable people.
Yeah.
It only that social part of them only comes out as they like continue to be in a band and continue to be in the public eye, and then they're forced
Yeah.
to talk to somebody and they're like, okay,
Yeah.
I will talk to people, but I'm also still socially awkward because all
Yeah.
I
The
do is
more
play
they're
guitar.
in it, the more they're like, all right, it's like an acceptance type of thing. Like
Yeah.
you're in it constantly, constantly. You start to like, all right, this is kind of my life now, so I'm gonna start opening up more to it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember like coming across some guys that like were like legit like amazing musicians, but then you start to talk to them, they're like, man, like all they do is like play music and practice,
Yeah.
and they don't have any. That is their life. That's their only
Yeah.
life, and so like they have a hard time making eye contact with you. They they don't know how to like converse with people because that's just not what they do, and that's
Yeah.
exactly they nail that. They hit the nail on the head on this. So.
I will say, the voice actor for Pochi, her name
Hmm
is Aoyama Yoshino.
hmm
She is actually like a singer. Like she has like some songs and singles that she's done. And they did like a YouTube series
hmm
called Road to Guitar Hero, where she was learning from a guitar expert on how to actually play guitar. And like the whole shtick of it was like her learning to play guitar, but her being able to play the opening from the anime. Like being
Wow.
able to do the riff and play the chords and stuff like that. Like it's a whole process. You can go on YouTube and watch like all the episodes and follow her. And like she still does play guitar too. I think you go like on her Twitter or X, you can go
hmm
to her page, and I think she still posts like videos and stuff of her playing like still playing guitar, showing like, hey, it wasn't just for this. Like I'm actually still playing.
It's not just a phase, mom.
Yeah, it's not just a phase, mom. It never was.
It never was. I'm still for real emo. That's cool, man. Like that's dedication, dude. Like that's the thing. Like we're talking about K-On and how they like create a band and they actually
Yeah,
go on tour just for the show,
yeah,
and the fact that they're actually she's willing to dive in and
yeah.
like commit herself to this. And I mean,
Gets
it
me
comes out in
about
the show. It comes
yeah,
out in the show too. You just feel the kind of dedication to it all. Like, oh yeah, they're really paying attention to detail and kind of like trying to convey an emotion. And it's like the way they take these animators to locations. They're gonna go to Africa
yeah,
and learn how like lions and tigers like walk so that we can like animate them and get their mannerisms to like a T. It's the same thing where you're just like what do you call it? There's like method acting almost, where you
yeah.
just
Method
like
acting. Yeah,
you see it all, like live in it for a little bit so that you can like really understand it, so that whenever so it comes across in the portrayal, even if it is just vocal recordings or
Yeah.
overdubbing or something like that.
Yeah.
Attention to detail. That's what the show
Attention
has.
to detail all day. All right, man. Well, let's get into this guac talk.
I mean, it's so new, right? Like
So
so new. I mean, well, it's 2 years old.
2 years old. I mean, it's still new.
Hey, so how many episodes does this have?
So 12.
Only 12.
Only
Okay,
12.
yeah, I heard you say that and I was like, nah, I don't believe that.
Can't be.
There's no way. I've never seen any anime that only has 12 episodes. It's impossible. I mean, is there any chance for any more of this, or is it just
Pretty sure
like
there will be, just because, like I said, since the manga itself is still going on. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure, they're probably at that point where they're trying to, let it go, build up some more, and then go back to.
I love this show, dude. Like, it's super fun. It's I love how like I'm waiting. I'm really hoping that there's payoff later on where she actually like people get to see her shred because I'm here for that. Whenever, like there's like a reveal or like a triumphant moment. I'm here for this triumphant moment where she just like finally steps outside of that cardboard box and is like acknowledged and revered for her like musical prowess. Like that is gonna be, if they get to that point, it's gonna be the payoff that you go, this is why I'm watching the show. I want to see her like succeed. And I think that's the big thing that you kind of, it's the moment that you're hanging your head on for later. Like you're hoping that that's the payoff. That's the idea that you go, because she wants that and you want that for her as a viewer of the show. Like she says she wants to like, I want to be out there and I want to be a rock star and I want people to see me as a
break free.
Hey, by the way, did we make reference to that band?
I don't think we did. Did we?
No, I think I'm thinking of yeah, no, yeah, it's David Bowie and Queen. And they do that song together, Under Pressure.
Under
Ding,
Pressure.
ding,
Yeah,
ding, 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 ding. Dude, that was on the last episode though.
The last episode.
I want to break free. So good. I mean, it's a solid. Have you watched all of this? You watched some of it.
I'm on 7. I'm almost done with it.
Almost done with it. Okay. Man, I don't know what else to say about it except for, I mean, I don't have anything to nitpick about it. Sometimes I'm watching a show and I'm just like, they didn't do any of the exposition stuff. I'm just kind of watching. It's got funny moments. It also like, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it also like has some, really relatable things. It's I love the way they like make some of the choices. She's sitting in that little like trash can recycling box, whatever like that, and her eyes are just like circle scribbles, and the idea of that like kind of portrayal of like this anxiety ridden girl, or like just like you don't even have to put any kind of she doesn't have to say anything.
It's the little small touches, little small details. It's like little stuff.
It's just all the attention to detail on this kind of stuff is just it's got me hooked. And also, you already know, 12 episodes.
12 episodes.
Bro, my guy. I don't know, like, I've seen some memes. I think maybe you sent me one about like people sitting down and binging like a whole series. Like, like I watched a whole, 18 episode series.
18
like
episodes.
I don't
one sitting.
I don't think I'm there yet. I don't know if my back can handle sitting down for that long. But I could be close on this one. I mean, it goes down smoothly, and
2 days.
2 days. Give me 2 days.
Give me 2 days.
I'm sorry right now. I'll be ready. I'll be finished with it tomorrow. Honestly, I mean, like it could be close. I mean, this show is, we made jokes before, and I kind of want to go back on some stuff that I said about Lucky Star. This won't be it. I'll make a formal apology later. But we made a point on it then that like there's so much anime, and anime's for everybody, and like this might not be your cup of tea, but this is pretty close to my cup of tea. I like my tea strong and full of like some pentatonic bluesy guitar riffs, okay? And this has it. This has it. So I gotta give this a bunch of thumbs up. Probably one
How
out
many
of
subscribers are you giving this?
oh man, 1 out of 30,000 subscribers. I'm
One
at
out of
least
30,000.
I'm like 28,516 maybe. If somebody do the math on what that is,
Do the
uh
percentage.
yeah, it's the percentage is high. Let's just say that. Like I really this show did a lot for me and I really enjoyed it even though, like I say about the whole sub and dub thing. I make the joke about it, and sometimes it's a little difficult for me, but
Yeah,
this show is that good that I'm like, yeah, I'll watch this in sub.
yeah.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first,
I'm watching this
guys.
in sub. Put it on the list, Joe
Put
Angel.
it on the list. Did you notice what kind of guitar she was playing?
Oh, it was definitely a Les Paul or I don't know. Actually, I meant to look at it because she borrows her dad's guitar, and I'm like,
Yeah,
she has it has the circle tone switch up at the top,
yeah,
and I'm like, I think that may be a Gibson, like
yeah.
Gibson Les Paul, right?
It's a Gibson Les Paul custom.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a beautiful guitar. And I'm like, they're speaking my language. Everything about, like all the little choices. I didn't
Yeah.
notice what kind of bass. Wait, let's see here. No, I don't. I was gonna say is like, were they? Did you notice any of the other instruments? I don't know if I should have paid attention more.
Uh,
It's like,
I know on K-On, Mio's bass is a Fender.
okay,
Fender, is it a Jazz? I think it's a Jazz.
maybe a jazz
I think it's
master.
yeah. It's either a Jazz or a P bass. So I'm pretty sure it's a Jazz.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love that kind of attention to
Yeah.
detail. And I mean, they don't put any kind of fake labeling on it. So
Nah.
you just know the shape of it. And so
Yeah, that's all
they've
they need to do.
obviously.
You just put the shape, the body shape,
Do
and the headstock. You know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The coloring, like
Yeah,
those
you know that
brass
guitar.
or gold like, details on a Gibson. Come on. We all know it.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
everybody knows.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
EEA,
Uh uh
beautiful,
let's all start using the word splendid. It was
splendid. Okay,
splendid.
it was
Splendid.
splendid. You see
But
that?
yeah. Yes, I did see it. That's why I'm using it. That's why we're all using it. We're all committing. 2024 is
This
the year of splendid.
splendidness.
Ah, splendid, splendid.
This anime, splendid.
Yes. Put it on the list.
Put
Let's
it
watch it.
on the list.
Watch it with me.
Watch it with us. All right, guys. Well, that is our episode. That is Bocchi the Rock. Let us know in the comments if you've watched all of this. Let us know if you are excited about the dub coming out. Let us know if you prefer Bocchi or Chaos. Let us know, guys.
Oh, do you prefer Fender or
Fender or
Gibson?
Gibson, guys. Let us
Ooh.
know what guitar you have. And
Hmm.
also let us know what animes you want us to watch because that's what this is all about, too. Finding animes that everybody could watch.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, Joe
Go.
Angel, stop
Yes.
your exit right now.
Stop it. I'll put a pause on that
What,
ending.
why are we doing this music stuff? Why are we choosing K-On! And Bochi? Is it because you just like, Sal likes guitar and we like music? Or is it because Taylor Swift has a new album out? You know what? Tell me off air. We're good.
So take off it.
Yeah.
All right. Press play on the end and go.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys.
And as always, leave us comments about recommendations because as all we all said, there's animes for everybody and there's only so much that we could get through. But let us know and we'll get to it. And
Yeah.
also leave a like and drop that share button so you can share with your friends who try to get an anime. Let them know about our podcast. Let them know we got all these episodes out right now. We covered a bunch of different ones so far, from music to scary stuff to slice of life to anime that's just about how to eat food, guys.
It's out there.
Trust me,
It's out
it's
there. I've
out there.
learned.
You've learned so much stuff. And as always, be on the lookout for stuff we got going on at our Instagram and TikTok, where you can find the clips and everything about our upcoming shows and shows that we've done. And as always, keep being kind and keep rocking out, guys. And with that, we will see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace.